My tenured colleague asks me, why don't you just quit, walk away, get another job? Really? Really? I should just quit and get another job when every day I come out of my classrooms giddy and drunk on the work we've just done, dazzled by the snapping synapses, connecting, laying down new pathways in pliable young brains and better, hungry older brains right in front of me. When I can hear, I loved your class, I learned so much, at the end of every semester, if I do it right. When I can push, pull, cajole real progress from a hopeless student with just a bit more patience and work outside the classroom that I'm not paid to do. What could replace that? Not yet another beautiful and well-written proposal for yet another luxury real estate development, disenfranchising low and middle income residents of the city I love. Not a perfectly tuned treatise on the remedies for gender inequality in STEM disciplines. Not the glossy explication of wetlands restoration by a nuclear power company looking for a new operating permit. I've produced those things. They tire me. They drain me. They deaden me. They are unimportant at best, pernicious lies at worst. But in my classrooms, my students, their education, what could be more important? What could be more important than making sure dedicated, talented people like me who want to be here, should be here, can see a return on our own investments of time and money, raise families on our wages, buy a house, a car, have a retirement plan? I should just quit? Really? And you call yourself a humanist? An educator? Really? Okay then. Okay. I quit. It wasn't the $435 per credit, for which I wrote extensive comments on my students' papers, was available before and after class for them, although I was not paid to do so, and had no office, no lounge, no private place in which they could tell me their sad stories of moving to a shelter to avoid an abusive boyfriend, of losing their jobs or apartments, of caring for sick children or parents or spouses, or to discuss the heart attack they had in my class because their life is so crazy and that's why my paper's late. It wasn't having to make handouts on my own printer with my own paper, because otherwise they had to be sent to the main campus upstate, and there was a week's turnaround, and the adjuncts were not allowed to use the holy copy machine, or the one sacred smartboard classroom reserved for testing, or because I could not get media equipment for night classes without complaining to the dean repeatedly. It wasn't the triplicate midterm evaluation forms, though I was not paid or encouraged to hold student conferences, and anyway there was no place to do so, or the triplicate final evaluation forms, or the seminar evaluations, all filled out by hand because none of them are PDF or Word forms, and there are no online grading systems, and we have a mere 48 hours to turn in our grades after the last class. No, it was the edict to use a grading rubric that came down from on high as I was grading the 47 final papers with extensive comments, because that's what's required as part of the package you turn in to get your last meager check of $210 for 2 classes of 25 students, give or take. A grading rubric. As though I were a first-year teacher without a clue, not one with 10 years of teaching experience and sterling evaluations from students and colleagues. Bad enough I was not deemed competent enough to choose my own books, or write my own syllabus, or set the evaluation criteria for my students. But a grading rubric? I protested first, then I refused, and I turned in my grades and quit in the same breath, in the same time frame in which I had been hired, with 2 days to go before the new semester started. Find another fool to fill out the stupid bureaucratic paper trail you require to cover your own ass with the accreditation agency because so many of your students fail and have to repeat their courses to your financial advantage and their growing debt. Fuck your pointless paperwork. I have teaching to do elsewhere and a union to join.